Nick, sort of assess where you think the defense is at through the first three practices.
We got a long way to go. We got some bodies, a lot of new kids. So there's some things to work with though, which is exciting. We got some nice young kids and some other new guys at some positions. Obviously, we got a long way to go, but we do have a little promise out there. We have a little more depth. It looks like. I like some of our young defensive linemen. Yeah, I like obviously some of our young secondary. Now we just got to put the pieces together, keep on working.
What about the pass rush? I know you guys wanted to get more up front without having to blitz.
Yep.
In the early returns, that maybe you got some guys that can bring some heat without having to rely on a blitz.
Yeah. Yep. We've got some other guys there at defensive end that are rushing, and it looks like we're generating the last two days a little better stuff out of our four-man rush. We got to just keep looking at it, but I think it's a work in progress, like the whole team, like the whole defense. But I think there's some good things. George really is every day he gets better. Derek Barnes gets better on the other side, and then some of the other new guys that are there. Anthony Watts is back, and he's always a nice factor inside. But it's still a work in progress. But I do see it better.
How about number 44?
It's good to have him. It's good. He brings energy, and he knows our system. And got to get him back full speed. He's a little banged up right now, but he's coming back fine. So obviously he'll help us out, and we're going to need him.
What will it take to get this defense back to what you were doing in 2017?
Well, we need to grow up. We got to get more physical up front with our four-down line guys and our linebackers, and just keep on developing those guys. And then our secondary, I think in time should be really good. Could be nice, really good in the future. But we just got to grow up front. And we're still young at some places. We only still don't have a lot of seniors. But I think in time we can be pretty good. But it's a long way to go with these guys.
So how important is those young guys up front, especially with Lorenzo not out there today?
Yeah, to
take advantage of the reps, so when he does come back, you're better off.
We got a lot of young guys getting to 1 reps or 2 reps, and not that they're doing great, but they are getting the reps and they are getting better, and they're showing up, being a factor. It's a little too early to tell, but Branson Dean, I think, has really been is doing a good job, as well as some of the other guys. But he kind of comes to mind right now at that defensive end position, doing a nice job.
You like him as a backup?
Well, I like him. He might be one of our better guys. We got to find ways to get our best guys in. But right now he's working with the twos because he's behind a true freshman at the end, which is George. So we got some. George is a nice prospect. Obviously, you got Branson Dean. You got Derek on the other side. You got a starter, Kai Higgins, who's now going with the twos. But he's really, I think we got 4 nice defensive ends, and it's showing up. But you got to make sure we can't get too happy with all what we're seeing right now, because the competition. You got to know what we're doing. So and the other new guys, it's way too early to tell. So Jeff Marks he's sometimes showing up, as well as some of the other guys, but it's still early to tell. Today was the first day, obviously, a shoulder pad, so we got a really good indication. And we're kind of sluggish today, I thought, quite honestly.
Hey Nick, Jeff talked about Cam Allen up in Chicago. Talk about his role. I also mentioned Jalen Graham's role. What's that going to be this fall?
Well, Cam Allen, it looks like a nice prospect. He's playing corner, and then he's getting also slot nickel reps. And you know what? That's hard, but he's mentally, he's ahead of the game as far as football-wise. Very smart, has a lot of football IQ, and I think he's doing a really good job so far after 3 practices of learning a corner position and also learning the nickel position, because the nickel has a lot of little coaching stuff. I mean, that's a lot of stuff for a young guy, and I think he's handling it good. In time, he's going to be a good player. I really like him. Jalen Graham, I mean, we all know about him. He ran into a pole yesterday and hurt himself, but he's a nice prospect. In time, those guys are going to be in the game quite a bit, if not all the time. eventually. And then you got Marvin Grant, who pulled it, unfortunately pulled a hamstring. But those three safeties plus Corey Trice, we got to get those guys in the mix somehow. And along with, we got Navon Mosley, a team captain, knows the stuff. He kind of is our quarterback back there. But between those guys, I think we're going to have a nice secondary in time.
Who are the number one safeties right now?
Number one safeties as of right today would be Navon Mosley, and really between Jalen Graham and Brennan Thieneman and Corey Trice. I mean, it's all a wash right now, but you can just, there's some promising things that can happen out of that, as you well know.
Is there something you want to see this year from Cornell Jones that would tell you he's benefiting from the experience from last year?
He needs to work all the time, learn to work consistently, and not just have flashes here and there. And I think that's where we provide some really good leadership for him with Ben and Marcus, and see how older guys handle things and come to work every day. And I think it would really benefit Cornell. And I think between the three of those guys, we can have three really good inside backers, honestly.